For the fans, by the fans. Welcome to the only Angels postgame show that keeps it real, win or lose. No filters, no fluff, just raw reactions right after the final out. The Golden Stamos is polished up and somebody's about to take it home. A clutch hit, a game-saving grab, or just straight up hustle. We see you. But if you played like trash, you're getting the dreaded Nacho Night Award. We saw the missed calls, we saw the blown saves, the clutch moments, and the disasters too. Your comments are front and center, and yeah, we read all of them. Wanna let loose? Call in and sound off live. No scripts, no suits, no spin. This is raw, this is real, this is where the fans take over. This is the HITI postgame show with Todd Fox. For the fans, by the fans.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield postgame show on a Saturday as we wrap things up with a game actually about 20 minutes ago or less, around 4 o'clock Western Pacific time, whatever the hell you want to call it. But the Angels don't do us any favors. Don't give us anything good to play the dinner or do the dinner by talk, have the dinner talk, I should say, and have a good time enjoying the family or the friends on Saturday afternoon because the Angels got buttercupped and they helped the other team buttercup us. Actually, they buttercupped themselves in a way. And this one's frustrating because, again, you had enough here to win this game. I mean, look, you had guys on base just like you did last night. And you had them on today and you just couldn't get the clutch hit. And then there was and again, this thing is they do this thing where they try to strike out in the most inopportune times. I don't understand how you can't just level out your swing, how you just can't work with what the pitcher's giving you. You get a leadoff guy on, you don't try to, shouldn't be trying to push the issue with a home run. And again, you're freaking out over here as far as Wayne Randazzo saying, well, we got to get a home, Rengifo hit a home run from both sides of the ball. And they're all like really happy. Finally, he's getting going. It's like, that's not getting going. Those are nice home runs and all, but they're solo shots, number one. And number two, he needs to get hits. This whole entire lineup needs to get hits. You can't be sitting there pleased with the fact that most of your batters are batting below 230. You can't be pleased by that. You have to be forcing the issue to get on base more. You have to be aggressive in shortening up your swing and trying to go the other way and making the pitcher pitch his way back into your strike zone so that you can hit the ball deep. Like, you shouldn't be looking to hit the ball deep when the pitcher is likely to be throwing you inside pitches or on the outside because he's not going to throw it in your danger zone and his danger zone. He's going to make you fish for things. You got to make them earn it, right? Well, the Angels aren't making the other teams earn it, at least as far as they're not making the pitchers have to throw the pitch and pitch it by them. The Angels like doing that, however, and that's why they lead the league in giving up most home runs. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, that this team reminds me of an NFL football team, at least defensively when it comes to the pitching, which means they don't have the greatest players out there. Between the 20s, they give up a lot of yards. But when it comes down to crunch time, usually it's a bend but don't break defense. And again, they gave up 6 runs today, but in games where the Angels score 4 or more runs, they are now 29-10. 19 games over 500. What does that tell you? You got to score more than 4. But Todd, they scored more than 4. They scored 5 today and still lost. Yes. Why is that? Because on the pitching side, and it hasn't been too many times that I've been so critical of this pitching staff, but I will have to say, guys like Brock Burke, guys like Kikuchi, guys like Tyler Anderson, and also Hendricks have a tendency to not go with their best pitches when up or ahead of the count. Instead of 1-2 and 0-2 going after the pitchers or after the hitters and finishing them off, they tend to say, you know what, let me blow a fastball by them belt high. It doesn't make sense because that's where most of the hits are coming from. That's where most of the home runs are coming from. And again, yesterday you got a break. Brogdon nearly gave up a home run because he served up an 0-2 pitch that was luckily caught at the track. So a lot of these guys are getting into situations they're screwing themselves over. when they could be in a lot better situation if they attack the hitters like most teams are attacking the Angels. There's a reason why the Angels are striking out so much. One, they don't choke up. Two, they don't adjust to the pitchers and what he's throwing. And three, they have a shitty game plan, and they're continuing to just run the same crappy game plan out there night after night. Now, on the pitching side, it usually doesn't bite us in the ass. A lot of people disagree because they say, well, look at the ERA, Todd. Look at the ERA. Look at the fact that the Angels have given up the most home runs as a pitching staff collectively. But I will, again, fight for the pitching again to tell you that in most of these games, because the hitting is so bad, they're the only reason why we're in it. Just imagine if we did have a good pitching staff like the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates can't score anything. They're averaging 2 runs or less a game, and they're only losing 3-1, 2-1, 4-1 type deals. Imagine how frustrating that would be. Their pitching ERA is top 10 in baseball. But if we had that kind of rotation, and even with this shitty offense, they would score more runs. And again, yesterday I went off on Taylor Ward. I don't care that he went 3 for 4 today. I really don't. Because again, when you have guys on base, what does he do? Absolutely nothing. When they have to pitch to his weaknesses, he goes right with the weaknesses and helps out the defense.
How dare you?
I'm telling you how it is. Look, Ward is not a good hitter. And again, every one of you Angel fans out there, or most of you, are going to drink the Kool-Aid and tell me Taylor Ward is good. He's our best hitter. No, he's not. No, he's not. Our best hitter can still be our best hitter in Mike Trout. Our best hitter could be Logan O'Hoppe. Our best hitter could be Zach Neto. Problem is, none of them are consistent. The problem is they don't play or hit like they should because they listen to the coaching staff. They are very, very much listeners to the staff. This team in general, the message is not lost in whatever it's being preached. They are very good at listening. Believe me, they're, again, the pitching and Enright, it's working. The false shit that Washington and the analytics crew from Boston are preaching are stupid. The StatCast crap, useless. The launch angle, useless. It doesn't matter what all that crap is. You're feeding them too much stuff. If you come with a simpler game plan, this team could really thrash and really move forward, except we're holding our guys back. And what's sad about it now is you can lose these series in April and May, and a lot of you fans will be like, there's a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. You can regroup. It doesn't matter. These games don't. Yes, they do. And especially for a team that has been out of the postseason now for a decade. You can't, and this is why I harp and get so upset and I go off on a lot of these rants, because there's no reason for you to be pissing away a third game of a sweep when you have a chance to sweep the opponent. Just think about this again, guys and gals. Had they beaten Boston and the other team that they had won the first 2 games against, we would have, after the Oakland series, we would have been talking about this Angels team winning 9 straight games, but they didn't go for the jugular in each one of those games. They're like, piss it away. You have to earn the right to piss it away. You have to be a good team for a while, or at least been to the postseason last year, or at least be around first place to then piss away a game and say, no, we want to rest our starters. No, even though we have a day off after, let's still rest our starters. You earn that by winning. You don't earn that by losing and playing mediocre. Just because you won the series, that's all well and good, but with a team like this, you need to go for the jugular. Just think about those 2 games. Had they went for the jugular and they won those 2 games right now, we'd be talking about a 500 team, just like that. Now, what if they would have played better against Baltimore when they played shitty and couldn't hit at home, and they lost 2 of 3 to Baltimore? Give us those 2 games. Where would we be? How about against the Marlins when we lost 2 out of 3 at home? How about against the Pittsburgh Pirates when we lost 2 out of 3 at home? When it was all, well, this team sucks here, they can't pitch, or this team sucks here, they can't hit. But they bled us to death with little singles. There was no exit velocity on none of those hits. There was no freaking launch angle by any of those teams. Yet those mediocre shit teams that everybody else beats up around the league came into Anaheim, we went into their house, and they dominate us. And look at this. Against a team that is currently in last place, 4 of their 29 wins have come against us. and they have 40 losses. They are 4-1 against the Angels. Why? Why is that? This team is not good enough to keep up with the teams that are bad. Good teams beat bad teams. So again, right when we drink the Kool-Aid and we're saying, man, this team played heads up with this team, or they played heads up with that team, and it looks really good, and they're doing good, thus give us this. We're 3 games under 500, and again, being 3 games under 500 may have worked in April and May, but now it's June, and Houston's got a soft-ass June. They have played some really bad baseball teams, and they are now winning games left and right, and they are now 6.5 games up on the Angels. When the Angels went from 3.5 out, right there in second place, bam! Right to 4th place we go. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating. And see, I went on a 10-minute rant without telling you, hey, guess what? We're Halos in the Infield post-game podcast. We're here every day, win or lose. We're fans in the stands with you. We don't watch from our mom's basement because we're by the fans, for the fans, by the fans. All the fans are organic on this page and every other page that we have going on with Halos in the Infield. We are a community of real fans, not the blow smoke up your ass fans or the AM 830 fans. So with all that out of the way, the rant's over and the Angels lose 6-5. Carbon copy in a way, because in a way we had this game, but unfortunately we got buttercupped.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.
Well, Don't Break My Heart was not in the script today because the Angels got off to a 2-0 lead. Everybody's hero, Captain America, Mike Trout hits a 2-run homer with Neto on base. It's 2-0. You're feeling good. Tyler Anderson says, shutdown inning. What is that? And he gives up a run right away, nearly gives up the lead. It's 2-1, so you're not feeling really good. 3rd inning rolls around. Henderson would single to right. Rauschman scored. It's 2-2. And then Westburg would go the other way after Anderson left a fastball up to allow in another run because God forbid we have an outfielder that's anywhere good without a noodle arm out there. And again, our new guy Lamont does not Lamont the ball to home in time. It's 3-2. But then Taylor Ward would tie things up with a double to left. I thought you said he sucked, Todd. He still sucks. And he tied the game at 3-3. Then Rengifo came up and gave us a lead briefly, 4-3. And then the Angels were like, wait, shutdown inning? I forgot what that is. What is that? 2-run homer. And it's now 5-4 as, again, Anderson comes out there. He's ballooned his ERA up over 2 runs from 2-point-something. It's up to now like 4.5. And then he proceeds to give up a home run to that guy named Gary Sánchez. Remember that guy when he was good? Yeah, he sucks now, but he's just like Laureano can hit a home run against us because we're the Angels. So 6-4, and then Rengifo hits from the other side, and everyone's like, hey, home run, hey, and just getting way too excited over a guy batting 207, and he hits a second homer of the game. But again, in the end, because you don't get guys on, and when you do, you strand them. And when you have guys on, you can't hit that magical home run because the pitchers aren't pitching to your strengths. They're pitching to their strengths, which means you need to adjust. And when you don't adjust, you leave guys on base. That's what happens. They went 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position, leaving 9 men on base, striking out 10 times. A recipe for disaster. And to me, scoring 5 runs with 10 strikeouts, leaving 9 guys on base, going 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position is a goddamn miracle. It's a goddamn miracle that they were able to do all that with all that against them. It really is. And again, you look at, oh boy, Anderson gave you 5 innings, but you get bullpen straight up help. Only allowing 2 hits in 3 innings, getting 2 Ks. The return of Bachman, clean inning. Neris gave you a clean inning. You also got a clean inning from Strickland. So again, the bullpen's not the problem. I still don't think the rotation's the problem. Very mediocre pitching, and we're getting the most out of it. You are not connecting literally, and you are not taking advantage of what the other teams are giving you. We are not facing a Yankees rotation. We are not facing the Dodgers rotation or even the Padres rotation. We are facing the Baltimore Orioles last in the majors. So 5 runs should be a given. More should be gotten, and it's not. And that's why we lost the game. Another 1-run loss. Another 1-run loss. So you lose game 1 on the 9th of last month, 4-1 at home. You come back and win on game 2, 5-2, and you lose the final 7-3. Scoring only 9 runs at home in 3 games, averaging 3 runs a game. You're going to lose a series every time. You come here to Camden Yards, you've scored 5 runs in 2 days. All 5 today, while giving up 8, losing again. This is why this team is going nowhere. This is why this team is going to, again, get you and me excited at times, only just to buttercup us and shit right on us. Minus 53 in the run differential. But Todd, that's not bad. That's not the worst in the league. It is when you're trying to contend. If you're getting outscored routinely and you're not able to get over that threshold, you're going to lose a lot of games. It's just going to continue to happen. So this team is what I thought it was going to be, and I'm severely disappointed. Why would you say that, Todd? I thought you called it in the beginning of the season. You said 81-81. That's your tops. Because easily and by mistake, this team should be 81-81. They really should. They have the talent to get there, but they don't have the managerial or the direction from the coaching staff, and the analytics get too much in the way. Too much in the way. And they actually make a decent team very mediocre. There's enough talent on this team to where I believe at the end of the season, they could be 4 to 5 games over 500 right there in the mix of the wild card. But I don't think they'll get there. Because if you keep this same direction and you keep acting like nothing's wrong and you keep saying, we're going to get it right, we're going to right the ship, it's not going to be they're not going to right the ship. The ship's still going to go for the iceberg. It's still going to sink at the end of the season, and we're still all going to be sad, floating in the water with nowhere to go. No playoffs. I would love for this team to get to a 1-game playoff and be eliminated. Just so that we can have a taste of the postseason once more. Just give me a sip. I just want that last wild card spot, please. But that's way too much for me to ask for, way too much for you to ask for. It's like even when Artie Moreno is not even directly involved, when he's worried about his name being drugged through the mud even more, worried about Anaheim City Council and the new mayor, and he's worried about what's going to happen with Tyler Skaggs' family as it's in court currently, all this stuff that's going on, the property, and is he going to get the stadium? He's worried about nothing that's on the field other than when Perry comes to him and says, hey, can I add more payroll? Other than that, I bet you that dumbass isn't even freaking paying attention. So even when Artie's kind of outside of the box, not even part of the equation, the franchise itself is like, hold my beer. I need to make this worse for the fans. How can I make this a worse experience for the Angels fans? Got it. Because it is very frustrating. Because I guarantee you, if you, as a fan, as homework, I want you guys, if you don't have a Fire Stick, if you don't have the MLB Network, if you don't even have highlights to YouTube, get a YouTube Premium or anything, right? Just go on YouTube and check out highlights from and watch it consistently, or look at the box scores from different teams that are relevant. And I'm not talking about every team. Don't look at the Rockies because obviously that's horrible. Don't look at the Athletics, teams like that. But look at the Phillies, look at the Mets, look at the Tigers, look at the shitfucks, look at the Blue Jays, Yankees, Dodgers, Padres. Look at the top 2 teams in every division. Watch their highlights or look at their box scores on a nightly basis and tell me if that matches what the Angels do on a nightly basis. Because I know there's nights where a team can go in there and shut down the Dodgers like Paul Skeens. And I know there's nights where the Yankees don't get anything going. And I know there's nights where the Padres don't, the Mets, so on and so on. But look at what I'm telling you is look at their box scores consistently and see how many times those teams are striking out. Look at the box scores and tell me how many of their hitters are under 230. Look at their box scores and look at how many walks they get per game. It'll blow your mind. And then you'll realize if you just take your I hate pitching and this team has no pitching hat off for a second and put on, let me understand what's going on hat. And you put that sucker on and you look at the box scores and you look at what the team is doing, our team compared to what other major league teams are doing to get their victories, you'll see in the end that our pitching staff's doing a hell of a lot more than winning ball clubs are. And the only reason why those winning ball clubs are being called winning ball clubs is because their hitting is coming through. And even when they're scoring a few runs, they're putting a lot of pressure. You look in the box scores, they're getting walks, they're getting stolen bases. Look all that stuff up. You don't even have to go StatCast and say, well, what's their average in partly cloudy days on a Saturday? You don't need that bullshit. Just look up what they do. Take away the day games, take away the splits, take away all that crap. Just look at what they do on a nightly basis. How many walks they average per game? How many strikeouts they average per game? Right there, those are the two stats that you can look at and be like, damn, he has a point. And then you can also look at the batting averages and be like, yeah, their number 8 hitter isn't batting 207. He's batting like 265. And then that'll tell you enough said right there, because there's only one team that's in first place right now that has a worse lineup than we do as far as batting average. Not strikeouts, not runs scored. They're scoring a lot more runs than we are. But as far as batting average, that's only Detroit. But they're getting guys on in different ways, and they have a way better average with runners in scoring position than we do. Like they're a plus 84, where we're a minus 83, they're a plus 84. But they have better pitching, yes. But they are scoring runs too, so it's not like they're not scoring. You have to score as well. But the Angels don't like to do that. The Angels aren't about that. Because God bless the home run and Christmas in June. Those are the two things that the Angels really care about. Surprised there's no country weekend this weekend or this year. Thought we would have some sort of bad concert, some sort of in performance. I don't know. We don't have that this year. Let me give out the awards. I'm just very frustrated tonight. This is another one we should have won. You can't give it to a starting pitcher because obviously Henderson got the no decision, or actually got the loss. Sagano only went 4 2/3, 3 runs, 6 hits. He was not spectacular, but he wasn't bad either. And of course, they went to 5 different pitchers, and it all worked out for them as well because, again, our hitting sucks. But I'm going to give it to Nick Mullins, or Cedric Mullins, I'm sorry, with a big 2-run homer. That was a game-winning home run. That was it. I don't know why I'm calling him Nick Mullins all the time. I'm thinking of an old 49er quarterback. But anyway, that dude hit a 2-run homer, and that was the difference in the game off a lefty. He's only batting 236, but again, big 2-run homer right there. They had guys who could have killed the ball. They hit warning track power today, so they could have did a lot more damage on us. They only struck out 6 times. They walked 2 times. You could say, well, Todd, the Angels walked 5 times. Dude, usually it takes us a week to get 5 walks. So the fact that they had 5 walks today, although nice, wasn't the reason why we lost this game or won it. It may have helped contribute to us leaving more guys on base because, again, we can't hit with runners in scoring position. We just can't.
We probably did all of our walks today. For the week. We probably put up all of our walks for the week today.
Oh, yeah, we're getting 0 tomorrow. Guaranteed. Take that to the bank and cash it.
Oh, I'm depositing it, baby. Come on.
Now let's see who gets our night tonight.
For the worst performance of the night, congratulations. You played yourself.
Moldy cheese, stale chips, what a sight. All your dreams gone tonight. Had a bad night, lost the fight. No more crunch, just take a bite. It's the Nacho Night
Award. By the way, Randy, I love the fart at the end, but that's Lemmy in the beginning, right?
No, that's me.
That's you?
Yeah, just a little voice effect, but no, the fart's me too. You know, I had it all. I had it ready to go. I uploaded in the studio. I go, something's missing, and the way it ended, I was like, it needs something. And the fart just came to mind, so I went in there and laid a big old fat.
Because I thought it was Lemmy from what's that band that used to do Triple H's
Motorhead. Time
Motorhead.
to play the game.
Yeah, I thought that sounds like Lemmy, dude.
No, that's just me slowed down and fucking turned all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so the Nacho Night Award goes to Logan O'Hoppe, 0 for 5, and he's your catcher. Can't throw anybody out. 2 more strikeouts. Still jumping. I mean, he might as well jump in the air as he swings. That swing is god awful.
You're breaking my heart here, man.
Look, I love the guy, Randy. You know I do.
I know.
And I want this guy to be the catcher or at least DH for a long time. Or if we move him to first, I want him to be in the organization.
I would not be opposed to that.
See, I would say, hey, look, I love Shauna Will too, but I would love to see him. I'm with Fernando. I would love to see him in a corner outfield position.
Right field, baby.
Yeah, I'd be good
right
with
fielder. Got the height for it and everything, babe. Come on.
And you don't need much speed in right field right there. So
there's not much ground to cover. That's why Trout would have been good if he could stay healthy, but he can't.
Exactly. And that's why they were theorizing that would be the great fit for Trout. But yeah.
Well,
Logan O'Hoppe played first. I mean, you'd have Moore at second, at Neto at short, and then third base. I'm still saying Arenado, dude. I'm still saying Arenado makes the Angels this year. I just have a feeling.
You really think so?
I really think so. I really think they're, instead of like saying, hey, we're going for it and we're going to get Giolito and all these Grichuk guys and give away a lot of prospects, I think they're just going to be like, you know what, we're going to eat some money. And because even though, you know, Artie's like, we're going to lose $50 million this year. I think he would, if you're filling seats in August and September with Arenado at third, I think it would be much better. Getting a nice solid infield like that would be dope, dude.
Oh yeah, I would love to have him over here.
Yeah, because he's not injury prone and he can hit and he can play defense, and I think he would make a real threat for the Angels in that lineup. And you put him behind Trout and ahead of Ward, I think you got something right there.
That would be a change of pace at third base.
But heck yeah, dude. The lineup would become instantly scary. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And look, like you said, we haven't addressed this yet. Moore is getting off to a slow start. That's to be expected. You called it. I called it. Remember when Zach Neto came up, everyone was like, oh my God, he's up too early, which he was.
Mm-hmm.
But look how long it took him to get going. He didn't start raking right away.
No.
He was striking out a lot. And look how long it took him with his knee kicking up real high. It took him a year to realize, hey, that's not good. That's not a good ability on my part. I need to be better, you know. Yep. And he worked out a stance. So,
and they pulled him out of the Double-A when he called up.
Correct. Yeah,
Christian Moore just started his Triple-A stint.
Yeah. So that's the thing, man. They brought him up pretty quick too, but not as quick as Neto. So yeah. With that being said, man, those are your awards for tonight. Very, very frustrating in this evening. Let's get to some comments, shall we, Randy? You want to touch on those?
Yes, sir.
Josh says Tyler Anderson is so useless. I was screaming at my computer to bring in Bachman at the start of the 6th inning, and then that happened. You know what, Josh? I can't complain because if that had happened, we might be talking an Angels victory. Do you think so, Randy?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when Bachman, weren't we still down when he came in?
Yeah, when he came in, but what he was saying is Anderson started the 6th inning with the lead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You're right. He did. Yeah, we're probably looking at a 1-run win. Yeah, you're probably right.
Dude, Bachman, his stuff was good today. I mean, he looked very good. But he's another one of these guys can he stay healthy?
Yeah, that's my fucking biggest point. You ask Rob, we've been talking about all a ton.
Yeah. Daniel says, happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday to you too. See next one right here. Artie Sucks says, send more back down. He ain't ready. DFA Wade Jr. I'd go with DFA Wade Jr. He's 0 for 6 since coming in. Spectacular. Patrick Ward says it's a good thing we don't do Deos for strikeouts. By the way, though, we have to do the 21 gun salute, which is the Deo. We scored 5 runs, so prepare for 5 of these.
5 and all.
There you go. 5 Deos right there. Yes, in a loss, Randy. That one sucks.
That sucks.
29 and 10, Randy, when we score 4 runs or more. And then we are a robust 4 and 26 when we score 4 runs or less. Or score less than 4 runs, I should say.
No, I remember we brought that stat up. Oh God, what was it? A little over a week and a half ago or something on the post game. And ever since then, like I'm just like, get to 4 fucking runs, and let's turn it over to bullpen, man. Like, come on. Like, yeah. I'm not saying we'll win everyone, but if we can just get to 4 runs, I got hope.
Yeah, and look at this one too, Randy. We lost 6-5. No. So usually in games like this, we lose 6-1. It's like, yeah, we had no hope. But look at you had hope into the 9th inning.
Yeah,
you know,
like we said, it could have brought in Bachman. We're 30 and 10.
Yeah. Frustrating, my man. Frustrating.
Yeah.
Artie Sucks says, sorry, Todd, but Ward is our best hitter. I
tell him, baby.
I respectfully disagree. Josh says Joe Adele is our best player on this team. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, you are fine. Oh, before we let me touch on that, because man, I swear to God, I never rolled on the floor laughing so hard in my fucking life. Todd was when they had him up to bat. They were flashing his stats on the screen. They're like, "Oh, the hottest hitter of the league right now," flashing a 232 average. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where was he? 140? Good God, that's a joke.
He was at 195. You know, I'll give him that. He's getting respect. He's getting the average up. No doubt. But
keep it going. I want to see at least I want to see him in the season at least a 265 hitter. God damn it,
bro! If he's 265, we're talking Adele hitting probably 29 to 32 home runs with
Let's do it. Because I'll tell you right now, if you can be a 265 hitter, I might jump on that bandwagon. Even if it's for a career, I might hop on your bandwagon, dude. Just get there.
Yeah, if he was like a 250, 260 hitter all year, hell yeah, he'd be making all kinds of contributions.
Yep.
Saucy says, as fans, it always seems like they are 1 or 2 pieces away. This team's 3 or 4 pieces away minimum.
Every fucking year.
Yep. Jesus says, damn, another big L by the Halos, Los Angeles Phalos Buttercup.
Yeah.
Luke says we have an Ohapi problem, a liability behind the plate and selling out for a home run every at bat. Woof.
Yeah, he does, man. That does bug me.
Yeah, he'd be so much better if he just let things come to him, dude, because he's got the power to turn on a pitch. He doesn't have to always wait and rely on his power. You know, just go the other way, find the hole, and I'm telling you, you're going to score some runs. And your RBIs for him right now, if you're, because they're like saying the other night, Randy, they were like, oh, he's one of the best catchers in baseball right now. Look at that, 14 homers, 31 RBIs. It's like, yeah, look at his average.
It went good offensive catcher, okay.
Yeah, but it went from 280 down to 230, and I would think right now, if he was batting around 280 again, he would have something like 19 homers right now and 50 RBIs.
Yeah, you're probably right, dude. Damn, he went from 280 to 230, huh?
Yep.
It's like Rob said, ever since those home runs and sack, man, he just seemed to have fallen off.
And also it hurts him that, again, Hendricks and Kikuchi prefer d'Arnaud. So he's resting. He's only playing 3 times, maybe 4 at max during the week.
You know what? I'm wondering if a guy like Socha would have been like, I don't give a fuck who your preference is. I'm putting the catcher I want out there today, and we're putting the best one out there. Fuck you.
Well,
that's what I would do.
Socha valued defense, and our lineup was so good that he was like, I don't care who's good behind the plate.
Yep.
Jeff Mathis is our guy.
That's right. Because you know what? Them other 7-8 guys, we're gonna cancel Jeff Mathis out. You know, we didn't give a fuck about Mathis. We just needed a good defensive catcher. And that's how I would be. I'd tell those guys, I don't give a shit who your preference is. And if you got a problem, pack your fucking bags. You ain't that damn good anyway. Come on. Like, seriously, get the fucking guy out there, give him his reps, man, because one of the quote-unquote best catchers in the league does not need to be resting, 2-3 times a fucking week? Come on.
Correct. But that's what we're doing. Saucy says this team needs 1 or 2 starters, 2 bats, and a coaching staff that'll win. So frustrating. Is that all?
Everything.
Samir 20 says 3 home runs hit and still lose the game. Luke Johnson says flirting with 500 was fun, but upcoming schedule is brutal. See you in March. Our bats are fat, or it's fat. I think it's this one down here at the bottom.
This fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat.
Leave me alone.
I love Steiner. Saucy says at Luke 100%. Ohapi is a Halo through and through. I love the guy, but he's got an OPS of 707, and he's a liability behind the plate. Yeah, dude, he's been awful behind the plate. Josh says teach Bachman a changeup and start stretching him out. I can take hours out of my day to watch Tyler Anderson pitch. But see, that they would have to do that in the off season, and coming off an injury, that's going to take a while, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Useless says the Angels offense, when they don't score 5, their bats seem to forget how to thrive. They don't adjust to a pitcher's game. Choke up? Nope. They stay the same. Guess even Angels need more drive. Wow. I want to take a drive in Hyundai after that one. At Trash Halos reposted the stream. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Also, Artie Sucks. Can we turn Ohapi into a DH? Yes.
You can, but that's what Mike Trout needs to be doing the rest of his career.
Yeah, I'm with exactly what Randy said, dude. We got 2 people that are in Ohapi's way for that, and that is Soler too. So
Tyler's craving some wieners today, buddy.
Well, you know what, Randy? I can't play that no more because I got hit with a thing for playing the Wieners song of all.
Oh, hey, I got one. Wieners, bunch of fucking wieners.
There you
There
go.
you go, Tyler. Woo!
Acapella for Tyler.
That's what I'm talking about.
Patrick Carrillo says if this team gets close to 500, they go on a losing streak to mediocre teams. Yeah, because you look at it, and that's why I don't look at the schedule, because I look at the schedule and I'm like, hey, this could be a good week for us. We can get up and over 500. And Rally Chris is like, yeah, Todd, they're going to be over 500 for my birthday. And I'm like, pump your brakes. Let's go 1-0 every day. He tries to get like 7 to 10 days ahead. I'm like, hold on. And then look what happens. We're back to 300.
Yeah, that's the part that blows my mind. It's like you beat the fucking Dodgers. You sit there, shit, I don't know who else we beat in that span, and then you sit there, turn around, and you lose to the fucking Baltimore Orioles, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, that's how you know you're a pretender.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Trash Halo says Neto needs to stop trying to steal bases. Caught stealing way too much. Yeah,
bro, that was embarrassing because I'm like, well, wait a minute. Okay, what was it? Was he trying to steal the bat? Because if so, he got a real late jump because the throw didn't beat him. He was way behind the throw. Or as like Rob tried to say, it could have been a hit and run. But I'm like, okay, but if it's a hit and run, like you're already going at the pitch or even before the pitch in some instances. And if he doesn't swing or he strikes out, at least it's a stolen base. If not, if he hits it, then you're at third.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, that was just a mental fuck up on Neto's part.
Yeah, that was tough, dude. That was tough. I man. Hold on a second. Rob texts me something. He says, hopefully you see this before you hit the comments, fuck. Look at your phone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude. Yeah, maybe is there a comment that Rob put on there that I might have missed? Or it says, I think we're okay, because
here's right at Rob coming up next.
Because I have one right here. What he put right here, Rob, he says rotation is still a big problem still. I didn't see this one on the Halos one. It says it's the launch angle swing shit. He just needs to pull a Will Clark, who always said lead with your back hip, and he's talking about Ohapi, to the baseball, and you will hit it just fine. If you have a launch angle swing, that adjustment with the hip will fix it all. because if you lead with your back hip towards the baseball, it is possible to dip the shoulder for launch angle. And then he followed it up by saying, and I'm telling you guys, it's our starting pitching that's our problem, not the offense. It's the problem. Yes, we have some dry streaks here and there, but last night we just got beat. Good pitching beats good hitting. We can't get it started to go 7 innings, or can't get it started to go 7 innings to save our life. Anderson lives high all the time. It takes fucking forever to deliver his pitch. And with the windup, which it is easy for other coaches to pick up on with what the catcher is doing. So that's interesting.
And I'm not going to disagree because Rob and I have talked about this, and I think I've even been on record about this. Like, I do want to get to the playoffs, man. Like I said, I would love to just fucking get bounced out in the postseason, but just get a Western Division title. I know that's not going to happen, but dude, like this rotation is not a postseason rotation, man. Like, dude, like these games that we're losing against shitty teams like we did today, if we had a lights out, if we had a couple of aces on this staff, dude, go 6, 7 fucking innings, I guarantee you we win today's game.
Definitely, most definitely.
I'm 100% with that. Like, yeah, the pitching's not entirely the problem. The hitting really fucking sucks on this team. But man, like we have like nobody's looking at the Angels like, yeah, I hope that guy becomes a free agent next year. He's gonna fucking come on our pitching rotation. No.
You mean no one's clamoring for Hendricks next year?
Yeah, us probably.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is I feel it this way. I don't know if you agree or disagree on this one, Randy. I feel that's why I brought up the Arenado thing. Like nobody around the deadline is willing to give up a starting pitcher, even if they owe him a lot of money. That would be a rare thing to happen. Most likely the kind of trades that the Angels want to make, which is low risk, high reward, and high payroll, are hitters. So like I see them being able to, if they want to really go after it, acquiring players that are having expiring contracts that are still decent, still producing, but just a little too high for that set team that they're on prior, to hold on to him for another year or two, like an Arenado and a few others.
I mean, it's not like you have to eat the whole contract. I mean, you can persuade him like, hey, we'll take you eat some of that, but we'll eat a good portion of it. Just give it to us. Come on.
Yeah, I think that's the only kind of trade that we're in right now until we get the TV contracts down where Artie is making money, because I don't see us. I mean, we'd have to give up whatever we got left in the farm system to get a pitcher. I know the Angels don't want to do that.
That would be stupid.
Yeah, and there's really no pitcher that I can think of, Randy, that's on an expiring contract, or not an expiring contract, but it has 2 or 3 years left, and it's backloaded. That's really good still, but that set team is not in the race, and they're looking to dump payroll. I don't think that's going to fall into our lap, bro.
No, I think you're 100% right. There really isn't a pitcher that I can think of either. And even if there was, it's like, dude, what ammunition do we really have to pull off a fucking trade?
Yeah, because this is much so frustrating with the way that this team develops starting pitching in general. Like, we don't know what's going to happen with this draft, but there's been a really good, source material to show that we haven't been able to do that. So the only way this team is going to get better starting pitching wise is through free agency.
Absolutely. 100%.
They have to be able to say, okay, enough is enough. Our ego needs to be put aside. We're going to have to sign that dude for $180 million.
And you're going to have to do and you're going to have to get hit with the Angels tax. And what I mean by that is overpay to persuade a motherfucker to come here.
You're 100% right.
Because I tell you right now, in the NFL, I'm a Jets fan. That's where I got it from. We call it the Jets tax, man. If we want somebody, we have to fucking overpay, because nobody's like, yeah, I'll take a pay cut or league of fucking whatever to go play for the Jets. Absolutely. Come on, dude. Ain't nobody's doing that for the Halos either, dude. Like, you're going to have to 5, 7, 8, 9 million overpay a motherfucker to get him here, dude. I promise you.
Well, look at Kikuchi's contract. That's exactly what the Angels did to get him.
Yep. And he's not, he's not even a guy that, as far as the kind of player we're talking about getting, through free agency, he's not that guy.
No, he's not. Again, we overpaid for a number 3. So imagine what we'd have to do for a 2 or a 1.
Blow a whole entire off season's load.
Yeah, all of a sudden the helmet nachos would be $40.
Not even lying, dude.
Yeah. Samir 20 says Kingery had no business hitting with the bases loaded. That's another one I forgot about. And then Wayne's like, wait, you couldn't use Soler there? I understand you want to give him a day off, but he can't hit once. And then what do? Ninth inning, they bring up Soler. Rengifo boosting his trade value. Man, dude.
That's what I said when he hit it.
Yeah, I mean, look, this guy, he's been such a disappointment. He has the intangibles to be a good guy, but look at his numbers. 220, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. I mean, literally. I mean,
and he's been a full-time guy for the most part, yeah?
Yeah, he's been really healthy this year.
Oh, man, I wish we'd dude. Even when he was doing good, like I wish we would have got rid of him when we had that trade in tow for it was for Peterson and that one dude, that pitcher.
Oh, was it not Strickland? It was I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, it was the dude. Wasn't the guy that can't remember.
Because look at this, Randy. Here's a problem I've always had with Rengifo. All right, so 108 games played in 2019. He had a couple injuries. Batted 238. Skipped the COVID season. That one didn't count. 2021, he only played 54 games, batted 201. In 2022, he played 127 games. Mind you, 127 is a career high. 17 homers, 52 RBIs, 264 average. Bro,
wow.
He gives us that. He's my third baseman.
For sure.
I'm good with that. He followed that up in 23 with 16 homers, 41 RBIs. 51 RBIs, 264 average again. He played 126 games. Again, if he's
we're showing some consistency right now.
Yeah, if he's giving us that this year, Randy, imagine we could have a +5 in wins with him this year, maybe.
Yeah.
Then you look at 2024, 78 games only played. He batted 300. But again, he only played 78 games, 6 home runs, 16 RBIs, injury plagued last year, 4 times on the IL. This year, he's played 62 out of the total games that we've played so far, which is almost all of them. And he's, again, 220 with 3 homers and 14 RBIs. I mean, disappointing, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So
very disappointing.
Sorry, I had to go into a Rengifo rant. Patrick says it's time to sell at the trade deadline, unload everyone over 27. Could be. Todd is preaching 100% facts. His team isn't going anywhere. It's a 500 club at best. I hate saying it, though. Robert says Anderson last 3 starts, 14 innings pitched, 14 earned runs, 24 hits. He's our number 2.
Wow.
Winning. He's like Robert's like, I don't want to be in the play, or Anderson's like, I don't want to be in the All-Star game, because right when we started saying this guy's going to be All-Star game worthy. Nope. Boo Bear's mommy checks in with, I just want to smell the playoffs. She doesn't even want to taste it. She just wants to smell. Smell it. Demetrio. Robert says, you say, and Soriano have been good. They have.
Yeah.
Also, outside of that, the 3 guys are struggling currently. That's true. Also, our bullpen is lights out. I mean, it is legit really good. Demetrio says, I feel bad for all the 2015 and Angels fans and up. All you have experienced is dick cheese baseball.
That's the first time I've ever heard that. Dick cheese baseball.
Imagine, Randy.
Oh, that's
the manager. Tonight's lineup brought to you in part by the manager of your Angels, Dick Cheese.
The ultimate sandwich spread.
Oh, just spread it on.
Smell it.
Oh. Patrick says, I know what will cheer you up. Balls. Boy, he loves that. He loves saying it, but it always gets me for some reason, dude.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Nope, balls in his mouth.
Say it to you when he sees you live.
Yeah. Boo Bear's mommy says they don't seem to understand that when they play small ball, they win. It's true. That is true.
They probably don't even know they're playing small ball. What's small ball?
I forgot. Robert says our offense produces more runs than Houston, Padres, and Cleveland. Don't get me wrong. We have struggles, but a lot. Yeah, but look at their home runs with guys on scoring position, though. Robert says our because we don't put guys in motion at all or rarely do as far as
we
hit and
don't,
run.
man.
Yeah, they don't do nothing.
I feel like that's a lost art these days, though, man. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm just not watching other teams, but man, as far as the Angels, man.
Well, yeah, they don't bunt. They don't
Nothing, dude.
Yeah, they don't hit and run. Hardly steal bases. Again, in a time where social ball was all about that. Imagine if they had the bigger bases in social ball, or if they had the rule of you can only check the runner twice. Imagine how many stolen bases the Angels would have. Like social was just like, man, dude, take a lead, get going, run.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you're a little slow, but fuck it.
Yeah, go for it. Damn. Luke says when you look at the pitching team stats, the Angels pitching is very bad. 25th in ERA or 25th in ERA, 29th in walks issued, 28th in strikeouts. We need better hitting, yes, but we need better pitching too. But I would argue the fact of what do we need more? And I think we need more hitting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. I mean, because like we just talked about it right before we came on, right? What, 27 guys left on the last 2 games? That's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Amsbush says this is why we don't give early extensions. O'Hoppe might actually suck. He did last year too.
Yeah,
that's a good. And look, I was on that bandwagon of let's not extend these guys. I know we did that pod with Talking Halos, and they had some very good arguments on why we need to extend Shauna Will. What is it called? Neto and O'Hoppe. And they were starting to sway me that way. But yeah, when they get into slumps like this and start doing elementary stuff, I'm like, yeah, maybe it's good we wait a little longer.
I mean, I've always like, if you got, I mean, baseball, you have control over guys up until a certain point, and there's arbitration, and arbitration's still a lot cheaper than a fucking full-on contract. I would use all of that to my advantage, and even when they're doing good, and then when it's time for contract, then you give them a contract, and if they're doing good. But man, I would get out as much as I can in the cheap years before I had to fucking give them a contract. Like that to me is just, I mean, and that's just my opinion. I believe that to me, that's just bad business. Unless you got a Mike fucking Trout, dude, and you can see, like we saw from get-go, then, I mean, other than that, no, you ride that shit out and get as many cheap years. I mean, I can only imagine if we had this for like a quarterback and shit in the NFL, dude, and you get a real lights out quarterback and you get him for 7 years on the cheap, bro. Like shit.
Well, yeah. Why do you think my team with Seattle was able to do so good for so long with Russell at the helm? Because he's a 3rd-round pick. We had a lot of control on him. We had him on a really cheap contract, dude.
God, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yep.
Ride that shit until you absolutely have to freaking fork it out, man.
100%. Frederick says social error ball was manufacturing run small ball. I assume someone still knows how to do that. It's probably getting squashed by analytics. 100%
not wrong.
100%.
He also says the part is me too. Like I said, it was me, baby. Took like 6 takes too.
Well, as long as you weren't smelling.
Oh wow! I can't believe we're just getting to this, dude. If you want to get ready for it, wow.
Oh wow! Yeah, this is the latest ever. Yeah, play it, man. Mike Trout, check it in.
Where is it? There it is.
Sprints o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast today. Sip and cheer, no matter score. Sprints o'clock, let's pour some more. Sprints o'clock, let's pour some more. Sprints o'clock, let's pour some more.
I think a lot of that one is because Mateo, Mario, Dan, a lot of them aren't either getting the alerts or they're just not on today because those are the usual suspects.
They're already waiting on before we even get in the studio. Sprint the clock.
Yeah, I know. Luke says adding Arenado just seems like a waste of time. I don't know.
Ooh, going against the narrative.
Yeah, but it's okay though, because again, I don't fight the fans. I mean, they not everything I say is right. A lot of it's not. So I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm doing the comments. I haven't skipped any comments. I might have skipped some back and forth between some people, but I'm just trying to move the show along because we're already behind. And when I get on, I tend to slow it down when I chime in. So, Rob's agreeing with me, Randy. I agree to that fucking pin.
Well, see, here's the thing right here. Real quick, at third base on a struggling team right now. I'm pulled up Arenado's record right now, or his stats right now. So currently he's at 243. Don't like that, but he's got 8 home runs, 36 RBIs, 61 hits. He's actually got a lot of hits when he played us as well. And I've seen him in other games where he was like playing the Dodgers or the Padres, one of those two teams, and he was hitting pretty good. So I know he's not off to the best start this year, but again, he would provide much needed protection. That's just my opinion. Could be wrong.
I don't disagree with you.
I'd take him right now. Joe Adell's
bootlicking house man.
Yeah. Joe Adell's expected average is like 280, and his expected slugging is 550. His StatCast has him at an all-star.
Well, he does that, and I'll have a boner for the guy.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Samir 20 says, when's the last time our catchers have thrown anyone out? It's stealing second or third. Yeah, I can't remember one. Dude.
Probably what? Chris Iannetta?
Yeah, it's been quite a while, dude. By the way, have they checked in? Has anyone checked in about the yummy tasting nut?
Oh, let me
any comments or
down
no?
Here?
Nobody.
Wow. Nobody wants to give Gavin the old what for. Somebody chime in right now so we can do something. Hurry up, chime in, you bastards.
Ask us how he's doing.
Come on, somebody say something.
So it could set up the joke.
Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to say something? Come on, guys, we're itching. Who? Come on. Somebody say something. We're not playing until you do.
Yeah, we got something queued up. It's going to be pretty good.
Come on, you sorry tasting bastards.
They're still struck over the loss.
You just Mitch and Gavin. I swear, dude, it's like, here we go. Thank you, Rob.
Let's play it.
I can't even find it. There it is.
Had me fired up. What's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. How about a yummy tasting nut? If you don't know who I am, what's going on, everybody? My name is Gavin Carlson, former credential journalist in the LA area. Spent not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 years covering UCLA sports, specifically with the Daily Bruin, writing articles, conducting interviews, all that good stuff. Crack into a good source of protein with how about a yummy tasting nut. I love the nut. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Had me fired up.
Fired up.
Boy, he's so fired up now. He's sending pictures and everything, man. That's crazy.
Okay, let me get back to these. Where were we? There we go. Oh wait, no, that's the last one.
Just
there
read
we
that
go.
one.
Here we go.
Shonawell to right, Ohapi to first, start Darno.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, I could go with that. I can go with that. Randy Yaws, you're a real G, bro. 100% agreed. There you go.
I try to be.
There you go. Valentine, man, I'm stressing out so much. I have to take ashwagandha in the morning. When is this lineup going to change? I'm sick of this crap. I got to look up what that is first off.
No, it's a supplement. It's kind of like it helps your mood a little bit. It kind of calms you down. It's a really good thing to take like at night. I mix it with melatonin and go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
Okay, maybe he needs some sleep. He's stressing out because the Angels are playing good. I'm sorry, man. I wish I had an answer for you. Enough of this preference shit. Play ball, man. Okay. Also, did we win, Dan Rios? No, we did not. Lost again. Also, can we apologize to Rendon and bring him back into the lineup? I'd rather see him more than Ohapi and Wade Jr.
What?
Wow.
What?
A number 6.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah, tell him, baby. Come on. How dare you bring this? Or give me that goddamn where is it? Give it to me.
How dare you?
Yes.
You bastard. No. We ain't apologizing to that piece of trash.
Yeah, I can't stand that dude.
Jeez, I can't believe that was a real comment.
I hope
I
it
had
was
to
a
put him
big
on
one.
timeout.
Botch says not beat the Dodgers, but swept them.
Swept him, baby. But
Mm.
can't do nothing against the Baltimore Orioles.
The mighty Orioles. Artie Sucks says, who's going down when Mikado comes up? I keep saying it's going to be Newman, but he's on that 2-year deal, I think, or 1 year or something, whatever. I don't think they're going to cut him. So it would be Kingsbury probably, or Kings Row, or whatever.
We got Newman another season?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Hoppy is the Kyron Paris with 2 hot streaks instead of 1. Yikes. Caden Dana is 7 years from being good. We better pray Doyle or Hernandez is good for us. Maybe Reed can live up to his potential.
Reed Detmer start another baseball game again. Keep him in the pen where he's at.
Yeah, it'd be stupid to work him out. You're just asking for an injury with him right now. You just
Rob's tooting my horn today. I love this.
Yaz is dead on. MLB, you're never to overpay and give years or pay them deferments when they retire. That is true. That is true.
Yep.
Jason Hess says Adele is just a black Joey Cow. Man,
we just racist, you know that? Okay.
Oh, jeez. Bot says, why doesn't the Angels organization have some sense of urgency to be a solid team and make the postseason? Too complacent about everything. Yes, because they don't care about it.
Look at the owner.
Oh, yeah. He's too busy drinking Jack. The Archangel says, tonight it'll take balls in my mouth for all the strikeouts with baby oil. That is,
man, I swear, I never thought baby oil would be a popular thing to talk about. Thank you, Diddy, for that.
Yes, and thank you, Archangel, for mentioning it on this page several times. Keeping it going. Strange says they're not consistent to be a contender. Toss in the towel and give the youngsters a spotlight, letting them build chemistry and gain experience. Let them play now so they're ready for next season. Now let's bring more Lamont Wades in.
Hell yeah. We get like 9 Lamont Wades, baby. Come on. I just want all my batters looking at strike 3. Shit.
Doesn't that already happen, though?
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Taylor Ward, Mike Trout. Robert says, no more pitching. Look at last night. 2 runs. Can we win a game? Damn you hitters. Give the pitchers some love. Yes.
Tell him, Rob.
Josh says we should give Ohapi to the Nationals for free in exchange for drafting Holiday first overall. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they'd do that. But, man, y'all need to ease up on my Ohapi. Come on, man. Damn.
Botch says we, the fans, often have to stand up to the embarrassment of this team and poor product that the organization puts out while the front office acts nonchalant. We are put to try defending this team, or try to defending this team. Yeah, there's not much we can do. Andrew says, who do we even get specifically if we sell? I don't know who we get because I feel like we're going to be shit anyways. Again, if we sell,
the feeling of being an Angels fan.
Yeah, if we sell, there's not really a veteran on this club that can pull us back, a number 1 type guy from somebody's, organization. So you're talking about maybe a AA prospect here and there, and you hope that these guys pan out, try to get like a top 20 dude, in the organization. Give me Liam Doyle, the softball out of Tennessee with our number 2.
Oh, Jason's on the Liam Doyle wagon, huh? All right. I like that.
There you go.
There's no high schoolers. I know someone's gonna make that comment. Mm-hmm. Apparently, because that's what I said. I don't like. Everybody knows I don't like. I'm not a big fan of drafting dudes out of high school. Joe Adele was one of those guys. Called that when he was drafted.
That's true. You did.
There you go, buddy.
No, I'm good with that, bro. I'm good with that. Fuck, I thought he used teeth whitening. Now we know what it really is. Perry is cooking up a trade with the Braves that does absolutely nothing for us and nothing else.
Perry's like that scene out of freaking Moneyball when he goes to the Cleveland Indians after all those trades. No, I'm pretty sure. No disrespect, but that's out of your price range. Shit.
Luke says they need to extend Neto. Longer you wait, the price tag goes up. At this rate, he will hit free agency at 29 years old. Yeah.
Well, that's prime. I'd give I mean, if he's doing good, I'd give a 5-6-year-old to a 29-year-old shortstop if he's good.
Yeah. Plus, like, I need to see more out of him. I need to see him make the All-Star game. So
I really do. I mean, that's just what happens when you draft them older players. I mean, that just, and they got to take a couple years to get up there and stuff. But hey, man, like, what happens, like, say, you get a couple of cheap years out of him, he does really good, and then you throw him that contract, and then all of a sudden he gets injury prone, or just falls the fuck off, and you're stuck with a 5-year deal or whatever. Nah, dude, ride that shit until you absolutely have to pay the guy. Because I mean, who knows? What if that year that you have to pay him, he pulls a fucking Andrew Jones and just like completely falls the fuck off? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And now you're like, oh cool. Now maybe you do want to keep him, but maybe you don't have to pay him as much and shit. Just play it out. Always play it out.
That's what you want to do anyway.
Yep.
Mike Trout says locked on. Reason Angels are in no rush is because Houston, Boston, Yankees, and Dodgers. That's true.
Fuck that, dude.
Plus, you have to look at the fact that we're coming up on the collective bargaining agreement, so we gotta work that out too.
Mike Trout sounding sure down here.
Yeah, he says, Ethan Holiday, you are in Los Angeles Angels, so
I'd cream my panties, dude.
Rally Chris checks in. He says, what do you think of those 2 edits I've done, Todd? The one checkout from Halos in the infield. I haven't seen those yet. You'll have to refresh my memory.
We were just talking about that.
Strange says, last time I checked, Gavin was chasing squirrels up and down the Santa Ana River trying to steal their nuts.
Man, I gotta stop drinking water around y'all, man. I got water all over my equipment and my freaking blinds on my window. Ugh.
Dude, someone told me the other day, they're all like, man, you're hilarious on the show. I'm like, no, not really, dude. The fans are freaking hilarious.
They're the ones that drive the show, man.
Exactly, 100%.
They're like Kramer, pow, now I'm driving the bus.
It's the Halo honk line.
Now you gotta say it right. Come on.
It's the Halo honk line.
There you go. That's what they're looking for, baby.
Dude, I got to get that going again. Seth Hernandez looking to drop to the Rangers at 10.
Sethy poo. I think that's the high schooler.
Yeah, that is the high schooler. John Bosco lit up Seth Hernandez.
Yeah, see?
Yep. Lockout is inevitable. Yep. I totally agree. Is that it?
That is it, brother. We are caught up.
Sweet. We're at the hour mark.
Got another one coming in.
I just saw Roger's creepy van on the 5 in her mind. Was that Randy spritzing all over the water?
No, that was Randy spritzing all over his equipment.
That's expensive equipment to be spritzing on. Well, I guess right now Gavin fired when DI. You like that hat I did though, right?
Yeah, that whole thing was great. I'm telling you, when you first sent me the pictures before you did the video, I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, no, he didn't.
He loves those nuts, man.
Yeah, look at Pool. Man, we got all the Locked On fans in the house tonight, huh?
See, they're trolling me right there. It's their first listen.
Hey, everybody, I'm Randy, and that's my brother Todd.
And I'm Todd, and that's my brother Randy.
Hey!
You got to point and just be like,
oh, that's right. Put my finger in my butthole.
And twirl it all around. Oh.
How dare you?
Emotional damage.
Oh, man.
Locked on these nuts. Oh man, yeah. Their show is
you know how you can tell it's the Angels losing to Saturday night. That's why we only got 82 viewing right now, man. I don't blame them.
Yeah,
everybody's out there partying it up.
Well, usually we're about at 200 and so, and then if I didn't get restricted over on TikTok, we'd have another 30 over there. So
that's right.
Yeah,
dude. I'm telling you, ever since they brought it back, they killed that shit.
Yeah, TikTok's been bad, dude.
Now they got all these corporate ads with like celebrities and shit. Oh, I got TikTok.
Yeah, because I mean, this thing was flowing before, and now like we have just like only 2 I think like we don't have 230, so we'll have to just see. It's not as good as it was when I got screwed over here on TikTok, and then like you said, dude, Saturday, and then the Angels losing to an inferior team, so
Yeah.
it's not good, but whatever. Well, I guess that should end it for tonight. Quick recap on the game if I can. Angels lose 6-5. They fall to 33-36, 18-20 on the road. Orioles improved to 29-40, 15-19 at home. Angels will try to avoid losing 5 out of 6 to Baltimore. They have lost the season series already 4-1. You had 5 walks today, but 10 strikeouts. You went 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. And again, you're just not getting the hits when you need them. Solo blasts are great, but you're not getting guys on base when you're hitting home runs, and the Angels fall 6-5. Bullpen did great again, not to blame there, but hopefully this can change moving forward, but I doubt it.
Do you want to do the merch real quick?
Yeah, if you could.
Absolutely. We'll start it off. I'll let you do the I'll let you do the talk, and I'll do the presentation.
Go for it. Let's
Here
do
we
it.
go.
All right, so first one right now, if you go to the YouTube page right here, you can go on there and get the trucker hat, which is $15 plus shipping. Shipping's probably only going to cost maybe $1 because it's like lightweight envelopes we send them in. We really don't put those in like friggin' anything big like a box or nothing. But that's the HITI hat right there. That's the trucker hat. Then you have the regular one. It's more of like a baseball curved hat, not fitted. It's not the stretched one, so it's sort of just like the snapback. That one's $16 right there for that hat. And again, all proceeds go to all of our, making more shirts, or go to charity like the ones that went to the Philippines for the abused kids to be able to play softball and baseball, get their minds off of the real world problems. Here's the Halos in the Infield podcast logo tee for this year. It's high for a reason, because that's the one that mainly goes to what do you call it, the charities. Plus it's a better material. We were using Gildan last year, which is basic but a little pretty good, but we're using a real cotton lightweight material this year. It's really good.
It's dual-sided printed too.
Exactly, so that's why it's $30.
Ink ain't cheap, folks.
It's not, especially with multiple colors. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's that shirt. And then you have the good old sell the team shirts for $20. Come in 3 different colors: black, gray, and red. And you can get your size. Any size is available right now. Those are $20.
And now we're going to start getting into the newer stuff.
Yes, and these are the Spritz o'clock ones.
How
right
about
here.
it? That one's for y'all. I was like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and throw that out there for the hell of it.
Yeah, that's a nice one too. Although the only thing missing would have been the 54.5.
You know what? I can always add it.
That's true right there. But this is a nice price right there, $20. Then you got the Nacho Night. Nacho Night for $25 right there. You get in 3 different colors: black, red, or blue. And it comes out pretty nice right there with the cheese hanging out. It's sort of like some Spritz. And then Chief Yahoo. That's the new one right there. That's Arturo Moreno right there. The Indians.
And now this is what I think. This one's one of my favorite. I think everybody's gonna love this one.
Yeah, I hope they get that one. And then this one right here is specifically. I mean, look, most Angel fans would rep this one. But I think more than anybody, OC fans, because they're tired of being called LA. So it's not LA, it's not OC, just Anaheim, home of the Halos,
baby.
Yep. That's an easy, nice shirt right there. So that's the new group of shirts that we have, along with the good old ones, and they should be on the any pickup available.
I think he's asking about the t-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick it up for me at the game, yeah, I could always do that.
Hell yeah.
So, but those shirts are available on the YouTube page right there. It's through Shopify. And if you don't see them up, I'll have them up later on this evening, at least the last couple ones that are new. But I have the other ones up there, the Sell the Team shirts, the HITI one, the hats. Those are already up there. I think I just have to add the Nacho one, the Chief Yahoo, and the last one, that not LA shirt. So there you go. So can we pick them up in section 260? You can. If you're telling me you're going to a game, I'll bring them for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll sell them out the back of the car, whatever works. So I think that's it for today, bro. Thank you for joining the show, Randy.
Appreciate it.
And in honor of your fart earlier.
Yeah.
I just want some winning baseball. It's so much more fun when they're winning.
Hey, season starts tonight, baby.
Oh, dude, look, I think we set a record for spritz o'clock, and this is
not a single starts tonight in the chat.
Yeah, this is the first one so far.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Man,
what a weird day today.
Weird fucking day.
Weird.
And today,
it's got to have something to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, Randy. So for Todd Fox
and the other good old Fast Times Under the Halo.
There you go. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow after the Angels hopefully can pull one and salvage one in Baltimore. Yeah. Later, everybody.
See you guys.